Frank Seppi, fit to serve with Robert Wilkins. Hi, Rob. How are you? And
Frank, hi. Thank you for everything, as you always help us set up this amazing Fit to Serve audience. And to all those out there around the world, thank you for tuning in today. So we have a special guest. We have Lt.Colonel Charjo Grant, a remarkable individual who has achieved excellence both in the military and on the bodybuilding stage. As the highest ranking IFBB Pro, he exemplifies dedication, discipline, perseverance, and hard work. Charjo, thank you for taking the time to be with us. I know that you're training there in your garage that looks like a gym. It looks amazing. So tell us what you've been up to.
Hey, listen, first of all, I just want to say thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure being on here, talking with you guys. And what I've been up to, work, training, and just being with my family, the same old, same old. And also trying to hit, bodybuilding events here and there and doing seminars, making sure I pay it forward. I've been doing that as well. So just trying to stay busy.
Right.
Charjo, what does it say on your gym wall up there in the back?
Prove them wrong.
Ooh, now is that your mantra or motto for the for competition?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy, but for the majority of my bodybuilding career, I've seemed to always take that underdog role. It is starting to change a little bit, as I progress within the realm of bodybuilding. But yeah, I'm still trying to prove them wrong because I have more people, not putting me up there in the top when I know I belong.
Right. Charjo, before we get to the bodybuilding questions, tell us about your recent promotion to Lieutenant Colonel. I mean, it's very rare to have a pro athlete get to that level. So for you to be the highest ranking IFBB pro in the entire world, we're really, really proud of you, especially me as a veteran myself, that to see that you've been able to not just, again, excel on the stage, but excel in your job where you go against, other highly qualified candidates to be selected for Lieutenant Colonel is a big deal, testament to you and your wife and your support system. So tell us how you felt during your promotion ceremony, which happened outside of Washington, D.C. recently.
Well, I felt very blessed, and I still feel that way. I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in and being able to do what I do. A lot of times I don't even say anything about what I do as far as the bodybuilding industry goes at my job, simply because I've done well with bodybuilding, but I don't want them to know me as that. I want them to know me as being a great officer, a great person to work for, a great battle buddy, a great leader. That's what I want to be known for. So if they didn't know, there was a lot of people who did not even know, what we shared with everyone at my promotion ceremony, simply just because I just don't talk about it. But
Charjo, do you really have to talk about it? How many people in uniform look like you? They know there's something special happening there. So
G.I. Joe.
Yeah, there's something pretty, like I said, you're not Captain America, you're Colonel America now. So there's something special going on under that uniform.
It's different, from, just being somebody known as someone who just goes to the gym and throw a race around, but they don't know that, hey, this guy is a 4-time Olympian, former #4 in the world. They don't know that. And I like to keep it like that. But there are people who do follow me on social media or who've known me for quite a long time and, very close with, and they know that I bodybuild, and, they've seen me, they've been to my shows, they've supported me. So they do know the accomplishments that I have made on the bodybuilding side of the house. But, it just wasn't something that I wanted to just broadcast, but now it's just out there now. So
there you go.
For those who aren't familiar with the military, can you take us through a day as a Lieutenant Colonel and what you do and what you're in charge of and how that works?
So with me and what I do now, I wake up at 4 a.m., right? And that usually starts my day. I get dressed, I get on the road. I'm in the DMV area, so traffic is crazy. So I'm trying to get on the highway a little bit earlier so I can beat the mad rush. I usually get to work around 6:30, just depending on the traffic. And then once I get to work, I usually don't go to work with my uniform on. I usually travel with my civilian clothes on. So when I get to work, I change into my uniform and then I get my day started. What my day consists of when I get there, I gotta eat. That's the first thing I'm doing. As soon as I get to work, if nothing stops me from doing it, I gotta get the meals in, right? So I start my day off, I gotta eat. Then following that, I have meetings on top of meetings on top of meetings. I'm in meetings all day sometimes. And then I have I work for a division that covers a very sensitive subject. As a matter of fact, we cover sexual assault that happens in the Army National Guard and Air Guard. So I'm over, I won't say I'm over, but I'm like second in charge of that division. I do have a boss, my colonel, she's over me. But we manage the sexual response workforce throughout the nation. So it's a very serious mission that we do. And sometimes we go through a lot of tough situations. So that's what I'm over. And our job is to make sure that we, make sure that if there's any victims or anything like that, that they are recognized and receive the care that they need to get through whatever they need to get through, because it's a traumatic thing.
Yeah.
So I do that, and also we do a lot of policy and we do a lot of writing, and it's a lot, with the Capitol Hill and Pentagon, briefing generals all the time. I go to the Pentagon at least 3-4 times a month. I'm talking people at the top. So I'm definitely blessed to be in a situation to where I have so much face time with senior leaders who are at the top in our militaries.
Wow.
So, Charter, with all that stress and responsibility that you have, how are you able to continue on this excellent path that you're on to be one of the top, at one time, 5 IFBB physique athletes in the world? Like, it seems like, let alone this demanding job, you also have a family and you have other responsibilities, but you're still able to do it. So you must be an expert on time management.
Well, I do the best I can. And I also am not too hard on myself, at times, because you got to be flexible.
Right.
So, I've been doing this for quite a while now. So, throughout my career, being in the military, I've always had to get that time management piece right. So me adding the bodybuilding in 2018 when I started, I had, from 2018 to now to kind of perfect that thing, and get better and better as I go on. I mean, when I first started, of course, I was just trying to figure it all out. I didn't even know what bodybuilding and all that, competition was, but I found out real fast. And then I found out that I needed to get my time management in order, if I wanted to be successful and help myself out, because that's why I started it in the first place, to help myself out. So it transformed me, made me a better leader, made me a better person internally, also a better family man, better husband, because I'm able to even super focus in on things that I really need to, take into consideration.
I think there was a stereotype back in the day of that bodybuilders, all they did was, eat, sleep, and train. And, they were jumping in the ocean in Venice Beach until Ronnie Coleman came along and they're like, wow, he's a full-time, Dallas police officer. And look at the size of this guy pulling people over. He has time to train. But he would train very, very early in the morning. So you're up at 4 a.m., you're off to the office. When do you find time to train, especially around contest prep time?
So usually I train right after work.
Okay.
If I'm to the phase in my prep to where I'm doing like a ton of cardio, then I'll do fasted cardio. I'll do half of that cardio in the morning, and then I'll do half the remaining of the cardio at my workout when I get off of work.
I'd like to, like Rob said, looking at you, you're like, like an action figure for, like, I think, what we should do, and I don't know if I don't want to put you on the spot, but we should do a series for Muscle and Fitness on getting people in shape for the military. I think that would be really cool. And I think obviously nobody better than you to kind of do the series. We should do like a video series on that and obviously have it transcribed for muscleandfitness.com. What do you think, Rob?
I think it's a great idea, Frank. And like I say, I always appreciate you looking out for
Yeah.
those who serve, try to bring information to them, to highlight them in their service and as they protect our great nation. So another idea that, Charjo, maybe we can use you with is maybe we can do some seminars in the Washington, D.C. areas. Like maybe, for example, Frank and I, we were going to go and talk to the Tomb of the Unknown Guards, the Tomb Guards. So maybe we can add that, go see the Marines at 8th and I, go see the Air Force folks on the Honor Guard there at Bowling Air Force Base. So maybe what we can do is share our knowledge and go share it with our troops because, I'm sure they need evidence-based, real information that works. Not bro science is important too, but tested science, tested techniques that you as a world-class athlete and Frank as a former top NPC competitor can share with them free of charge. Like it's our way of continue serving those who serve now. So we'll work all those details out and we'll share them here on our Fit to Serve podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that. I think that especially with the Army right now, the way we do our physical fitness tests, it really it goes hand in hand with bodybuilding because it used to be sit-ups, push-ups, and then run 2 miles. It's no longer that. We do deadlifts, we're doing sprints, we're doing like shuffles, we're doing things that allow people who lift to succeed. Like I can go in like the first 4 events, I can go knock them out really quick because those are things that I do inside of the gym all the time. So I definitely think that would be very interesting and people would like it.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
you're training basically like you're training like athletes. You're not really, you're not doing old just bodybuilding training. You're training for what you might face on the battlefield.
Right.
I just keep getting that vision of that old movie Officer and Gentleman with Louis Gossett Jr. and she can't get over the wall and it's just like archaic and a lot of people have big misconceptions of what people are doing physically in the military right now. Like if I didn't know what you were doing shuffles and everything else, so it's eye-opening to me. I thought you had to like police test. You'd run 2 miles in a certain amount of time, do a certain amount of push-ups, pull-ups, and that's it. Wow, I can't believe how much it's evolved.
It has evolved, and let me tell you something. It didn't get any easier because even after we have to do, and we got a ball throw where we take this. I think it's a 10-pound medicine ball, and we throw it, and that's measured as well. We do a push up where we start down flat, come in, push up, and take your hands off the ground. So like a dead stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do that. It's no longer doing
There's
this.
no cheating on that.
There's no repping it out. And let me tell you, when I first did it, I found muscles that was starting to hurt that I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know, so and then after you do all that, you still got to run 2 miles.
In a certain amount of time or?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, it is very, a long amount, good amount of time, but you still got to be in shape in order to make it.
With gear on or shorts and t-shirts?
No, just our regular ACFT gear. Yep.
And Charjo, when we're talking about training, just as important as training, or some people who think even more in training, is the nutrition. in your experience within the military, particularly there, the Army, are there experts or do you have resources that can help you reach your nutritional goals? Or do you basically, are you the go-to person in your unit where people say, Charjo, because of your position, because of the rank that you've earned, but also the position you've earned in the bodybuilding community, they come to you as the guru?
Well, I would say that we do have MFTs
Could you
that
explain
are
what MFTs are?
those are our military. Those are the folks who are responsible for the fitness training. So those individuals, they administer the ACFT. So these physical fitness tests.
So is that military fitness trainer?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure that people know the acronym, what the acronym means.
Got it. Yeah. And so, you know, if we have an issue or if a soldier you know, needs some nutritional advice, they can go to them and they'll be able to go help them, point them out. There's also within our building, we have a civilian person who also helps with nutrition, and she'll Miss Lucy, she's a great person. She does the InBody and does little fitness challenges. So it doesn't have to be like a super blown out bodybuilder or anything like that. Just a person who just wants to increase their fitness, increase their body composition to, you know, look the way they want to look. Those things are available for the soldiers and airmen if they want it.
And this is free of charge, right? They don't have to pay for these services.
Absolutely free.
Another benefit of serving.
Yep.
Sign up now and you'll get free training session with Charjo Grant in his home gym. What kind of equipment do you have in your home gym?
I got some of everything, just trying to put things together. I've got I have my home gym that I work out in up here in the DMV area, which is DMV Iron Gym. All right, so I'm able to. I have a great relationship with the owner, Leo, and sometimes if he's trying to get rid of some equipment, he'll let me know, and I'll be able to purchase it from him. You know, and some of this stuff is just accumulative over the years. It started in COVID. You know, nobody really had a home gym until COVID hit.
Yeah.
And now everybody has a home gym. And that's when I mean, I had a bench, you know, because after I became an IFBB Pro, I was like, you know, if you're a pro, you got to have something in the house. You know, you can't be an IFBB Pro and don't have anything in the house. So, you know, when you step up your professionalism, I had a weight bench and I had a pull-up tower. You know, then we got hit with COVID, and next thing you know, I'm trying to get everything I can find. Because I first of all, I need to save myself from boredom. I'm locked in the house, right? So just try to be in shape. The gyms are closed. And for those folks who use the gym as that therapy, you know, that was very important that you still kind of have that. So, you know, if you can make it in your house, you know, makeshift things, whatever you needed to do to get your mind back right, also your body will follow. You know, that's when it started. But right now, I'm just blessed right now because I'm just adding things. I'll show you a little bit. I've got a Smith machine right there. Elliptical for my cardio. Also got a Stairmaster. If you look in the far corner, that's a pull-up. That's a lat pull down. Got the sauna. I'm trying to sweat it out. You know, working on my abs on my ab machine. I also got this machine right here. I haven't opened it yet. It's a glute bridge for my wife. She gonna love me.
Right, sure it is.
Yeah, little steel row, little power squat.
Wow.
You know, so we got a little bit of everything. Some adjustable dumbbells. So we got a little bit of everything in here.
Looks great, Charjo.
For right now.
Is that the American flag on the wall over there? What's in the corner?
No, nope.
Oh,
not in here.
No picture?
I got one in here, but it was one I had in my old house that I hung outside. But I'm not done with this yet. I'm still making it right. So I got some lights and stuff I need to put up.
You know what's missing from all the gyms that I've seen that pros have the giant picture of yourself on the wall.
Oh, the I love me wall.
Yeah, I love me wall.
I got that in the house.
Oh, wonderful.
Directly through that door, you'll see I got all my awards and everything that I've been blessed with on the wall in my
Great.
lounge.
And Charjo, as we talk about awards, what is your plan for the competitive season this year? As you march to qualify for the Olympia again, the 60th anniversary of the Olympia, be it that too.
That's right. Definitely would love to be a part of that, and I am. Very determined individual, so we'll get there. My plan is to not be just one and done, but I do want to qualify on my very first show. I'll probably come out late summer. I want to make sure that my body is right. I don't want to get ready for a show. I want to get my body ready, then pick a show. There's a difference. I think, like people say, there's levels to this. The older that you get, or the more experience that you get within the league, and whatever level you're at, as far as being considered a threat or an elite athlete, you really have to pick the shows that you can definitely win. All right, it's very strategic, and your body has to be right. Sometimes you have to wait till your body gets right, and then you can pick a show. Sometimes you can pick a show and your body is not ready, and if you do that show and the judges see you, they're gonna dock you because they know that they've seen you better. So at this level, I have to ensure that my body is 100% ready. Then I can pick a show.
You pick a show like Andre Ferguson does. He picks a show based on where he wants to go on vacation.
Yeah, I mean, if you got it like that, Andre, he stays in shape pretty much. It doesn't take him long to get ready. It's like a 6-8 week prep, and he's in the game. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do that as well. But I plan on doing 2 or 3 shows before I shut it down, just so I can really get real tight and get some great feedback, before we shut it down and get ready for the Olympia.
That
Do you
sounds
have any
good.
sponsors for the show? Do you have any sponsors you want to talk about?
Oh, absolutely. My all-time fave, Chula. Tennille with Chula Wear. They've been with me since day one. So much love for them. My shorts that I wear are very unique, and I usually don't wear the same shorts twice. If I do, it's because I have something in my mind that I'm trying to do. Personally, is a reason for that. If you ever see that, but if you look at any of my photos, the majority of my shorts that I wear are something with fire, right? So I work with her and I design these shorts with fire because I think the fire represents me. I feel like I am uncontained, and I'm ready to just set the stage on fire every time I go, because I think I take on a different persona when I get on stage, or whatever you like to call. Some people like to call it an alter ego. But I definitely am not the same person when I'm on stage. I'm flamboyant and all that good stuff. I put on a good show. But me being me regularly, I'm chilling. But on stage, I'm live. So I love that part about being on stage. So I just take that, I go out there and do what I need to do. So Chula is definitely one. The outfit is another apparel company that I'm with. And those guys have been with me. Brandon has been supporting me throughout my bodybuilding career. So very appreciative to that. White Lion Labs. It's a new supplement company that I joined last year. So feel very great working with Chris Barr doing that, and phenomenal products. So I back that. So they've been supporting me as well. Also Lift Tech. I have I don't know if when you go to the Olympia, how many people do you see with Lift Tech gear? Probably quite a bit, because they have been producing quality gear. And every year that the Olympians that are part of that team, they make special belts for them. So we all have our names on the back of them, you know, so they really make us feel special. Doug is awesome, and the products are very quality, good stuff. So, you know, there's some homegrown things over here in DC, you know, that keep my body right, because a lot of people, you know, fail to realize that you got to take care of the temple, right?
That's right.
You got to make sure you take care of yourself. So there is a chiropractor that I go to here locally in DMV area called Kaizo Health, and I've been going to ever since I turned pro. I have been going to them once a week.
Wow.
I also think we should give a shout out to your dentist there, Charjo. Those teeth are amazing, like the Hollywood smile there. So don't forget to shout him or her out.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, Dr. Montoya out in Cali, Colombia.
I was gonna say that, is that the Dennis James turkey teeth?
Yeah. We didn't go to Turkey, but we went to Cali, Colombia with Dr. Montoya, and he's great. So I recommend him. So, you know, I've been going around, you know, getting my body fat percentage monitored through Body Mass Composition. There's another company that I work with here. So they keep me in line, man. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you on stage again. Most importantly, we really thank you for your service. You're an inspiration for thousands of military folks around the world who are looking to you for motivation, for that discipline, and saying that because you're doing it, they too can do it. Because I would not be surprised that one day we see a military person in the top 10 of a Mr. Olympia competition, or a female Olympia competition as well, because they're getting that good. You know, I think with all the information, the training, and look at Miss America, the military has been very, very supportive of her, particularly the Air Force and her endeavors. And so, you know, maybe there's opportunities that as more and more people know about you, the military will be glad to help you with our recruiting drive, or maybe not so much recruiting, but familiarity with the military. This is a military person. This is what they do. And if you're interested, we'll be glad to give you more information. So again, thank you for what you do.
Yeah, thank
Not
you.
a problem. People ask me all the time. I walk around. When I was at the Arnold, I had quite a few people asking me about, you know, how do I do this? You know, or I'm thinking about joining. What do you do? Those type of questions. I'm always ready to entertain any kind of question, you know, that people has out there, because, you know, I like to pay it forward. You know, there was somebody who looked out for me and helped me along the way, and I like to return the favor. So I'm always a person that, you know, somebody can walk up to and ask me a question. I'm not one of those guys who feel like I'm too big to talk to anyone.
Well, we're going to follow up about the muscle and fitness program. So we're looking forward to that.
All right.
And we're going to see you at the Olympia for sure. We'll
Absolutely.
be there. We'll know, what was your best place? What was your placing the year before?
Fourth.
Fourth, right? You were fourth. Okay. So we
Yep.
gotta beat fourth.
We gotta beat fourth. You know, we have revamped the camp. I'm under new supervision now. So I have a new coach. I'm doing different things now. So far so good. I love it. I'm with Unchained Physiques with Mike Rattini, and you know, everything has been great. So I expect nothing but greatness coming from that camp.
We have no doubt. No doubt.
Thank you, Charjo. Again, as Frank said, we'll be back in touch soon to look about setting up these fitness seminars and camps. We appreciate you willing to give your time to those who serve currently. And for Fit to Serve, my co-host, Frank Seppi, for Lieutenant Colonel Charjo Grant, our highest ranking service member competing in the IFBB, we thank everybody for their attention, and everyone have a great, safe night.